Okay, I'm going to start off with the S&P 500. Weekly chart, you can see we are having this weekly phase 2. We are obviously in a downtrend, but I'm happy to trade the phase 2, so a little bounce on that. All right, let me drop down to a daily to show you a bit more detail. Daily chart, we're trading within a channel. You can see this is a flag, so it actually is a bullish flag because you have a few of the corrections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correction point on that. All right, so at least I see prices to go around this area. All right, about 4,000 area. It could break a bit higher to around 4,200, but we shall see about that. Okay, shorter term time frame, how you plan your entry, drop down to hourly. You can already see on Friday it broke off this triple bottom area, so you know, break off the 3,800. As long as price stay above around this area, I'm happy to be a buyer to take it long to around this 3,950, so under 4,000 area as my target. Moving on to Dow Jones, you will see something similar. Weekly is on a phase 2. We still got a bit of room to the upside. Daily, you can see we're trading in the channel, so I see price potentially going back up to this just above 32,000 area. Let me drop down the time frame to show you a bit more detail. Friday hourly already broke through some short-term resistance, so now as long as price stay above the 30,080 area, I'm happy to be a buyer. Nasdaq is similar picture, but it's the weakest of it, of the three of them, so I'll focus on Dow Jones and S&P 500 to go long. Forex is not so much of my interest. I will start off with the dollar index. We are seeing, if you see weekly, our price action looks exhausted. It's quite exhausted. It tried to break, but once, okay, that's fine, charge again, but this needs to be higher. If you are going to be bullish, it needs to be higher, but it's not. It's just kind of ranging in this like under the 106 area. Okay, let me drop down to a daily to show you a bit more. Price action on the daily is more bearish because it's double reversal bar, and if you see that even on daily and weekly, we have a hidden divergence through the bottom area. So definitely not bullish, but it's not strong enough for me to sell. It's very difficult, so I'm going to give it a miss. But one thing I want to demonstrate to you is dollar cat. Dollar cat's already showing some weakness of dollar, because if you can see Friday high test under the 129 area, so that's one of the weakness that we are seeing on dollar. Okay, so moving on to one of the forex that I like to trade is actually Kiwi, because it's not so tied into dollar index. And I'll show you the weekly chart first. First and foremost, we are still at this support about 62 area. You can see a very strong divergence on the stochastic indicator. Price made the lower low, but indicator on that actually opposite made the higher low. Therefore, it's a very strong indication that it's very weak on this trend. If you drop down to a daily, you can see we are having a triple bottom, a low test on Friday. The way that I'm going to play this to trade that is very simple. I want to trade a 4-hour trend, so I'm going to draw that. I need price to make first higher low, break that. So first trend above the 62.50, and I'll consider to take it long. Okay, so that's the only pairs in my interest on forex at the moment. Okay, commodity, I want to start off with oil first. Oil, I did try to go short, but we only gain a tiny bit out of it, because now looking at it, it could be forming up just a higher low. I see price probably go back to 116 before I would consider to short it again. So now in between, not my favorite. So I'll let price develop. Rejection of 116 will be top of my list to selling again. Gold and silver is reached in a very, very interesting level through here. So daily is still rejecting low test on Friday around the 1800 area. I can't really trade that because there is a resistance. Dropping down to a 4 hours, you will see it more. I need this trend line to break, so I need to break above the 1830, which is the new monthly pivot. So price needs to go do this first, and around this area then will be my first long. And then I see this break as well. So yeah, it's on my list to go long, but it needs to break 1830 first. Silver's a bit weaker, so I'm just going to use it as a reference. Final one is cryptocurrency. Although I said I'm happy to be a buyer of S&P 500, I have zero interest to buy Bitcoin. Look at this price action. When S&P 500 had a bounce up, zero bounce on Bitcoin. So what I see is it should have a bounce if we see S&P 500 Nasdaq go up, but this is going to be weak. 50 EMA around this area, 26 to 28,000. I will look to be a seller in this level, okay? And I see this $20,000 breaks very soon. So I'll be a seller short term anyway. So that's my plan for the week for the moment, but let the market settle at least until the afternoon in UK time before the US Open. There's no action will be taken. If you do have any question, very simple, you are in my community, send me a message. I'll do my best to help you. If you're watching this video not in our community, very simple. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, put a comment here, and I will personally add you in there. Otherwise, happy trading, healthy investing. See you guys next week. Thank you.